How do we start teaching our kids about money? When I was a kid, my parents never taught me about money. I learned how to manage money the hard way, and now that I'm already a parent, I realize that it is my responsibility to teach my child about money management. I'm learning more about saving and investing so that I could pass it on to her, and hopefully, it could help her when she makes financial decisions in the future. At hindi lang to para kay Macy dahil ngayon ay isi-share ko din sa inyo kung paano natin matuturuan ang ating mga anak sa tamang paghawak ng pera. I started teaching Macy about saving money when she was 2 years old. Kahit na hindi niya pa naiintindihan kung ano ang value nito, I told her that if she saves her coins in the piggy bank, she can buy more books and toys. Every year, binubuksan namin yung piggy bank niya at dinadala namin siya sa Books for Less warehouse sale at doon siya namimili ng mga books na gusto niyang bilhin. Nag-open din kami ng BDO Junior Savers Account at Associate Savings Account for Kids sa Barangka Credit Cooperative o PCC para sa kanyang naiipon na coins. On her 3rd birthday, dinala ko si Macy sa COL Financial at nag-open kami ng kanyang unang investment account sa stock market para sa kanyang college fund. So how do we start teaching our kids about money? Here are my 9 tips to teach kids about money. Tip number 1, teach them the value of money. Most of our kids have little to no concept of money. Hindi nila alam kung saan nanggagaling ang pera, kung bakit kailangan natin ng pera pag bibili ng pagkain o laruan, at kung bakit kailangang magtrabaho ni nanay at tatay para magkaroon ng pera. Pag marunong na silang mag-identify ng colors at numbers, pwede na natin silang turuan ng iba't ibang denominations ng Philippine money, including the bills and coins. Si Macy, tinuruan ko siya nito nung 5 years old siya at na-enjoy niya yung pag-identify ng bills at coins. Aside from teaching them the different denominations, we also need to explain to them why we need money and where we use it. Halimbawa, pag pumupunta tayo sa grocery o sa palengke, kailangan muna nating magbayad bago nila ibigay sa atin ang gusto nating bilhin. It's also important to teach our kids that money can be a powerful tool to help others. Hindi lang natin ginagamit ang pera para sa sarili natin, but we also use it to give back to the church and to other people, lalo na yung mga nangangailangan.
If somebody gives you money, you need to give 10% to the Lord. The 10% will help the poor.
Tip number 2, make them part of the process. Children learn by example, and one way of teaching them about money is to make them part of the process and show them how we use money in different ways. Sinasama ko na si Macy pag namimili kami ng groceries sa supermarket. Tinuturuan ko din siya kung paano gumawa ng grocery list at kung bakit mahalaga ito para hindi kami mag-overspend. Pag nasa supermarket na kami, tinuturo ko sa kanya kung paano hanapin yung nasa grocery list by looking at the numbers on the aisles. Aside from knowing which items are more expensive and less expensive, I also explained to her why going for the cheaper items is not always the best thing to do, especially if the quality is compromised. Siya din ang pinapaabot ko ng pera sa cashier at tinutulungan ko siyang i-check kung tama yung items na nasa receipt at kung sakto yung sukli. Sinasama ko din siya minsan sa palengke at ina-explain ko sa kanya kung bakit sa wet market kami madalas mamili ng pagkain kagaya ng isda, karne, gulay at prutas dahil bukod sa mas mura sa palengke, mas presko din ang mga bilihin dito. This is a good exposure for our children not only to know where we buy food but also to have great respect to those who work hard so that we could have food on our table, from the farmers and fishermen to the vendors. Tinuruan ko din siya kung paano magtanim ng mga gulay at halaman sa bahay para malaman niya din yung concept ng sowing and reaping na pag may itinanim, may aanihin. Nakakain na kami ng masustansyang pagkain, nakatipid pa kami. I also compare it to saving money. Pag meron kang iniipon ngayon, kahit paunti-unti lang, pagdating ng araw, lalaki din ang ipon mo at magagamit mo ito para sa mga financial goals mo. Tip number 3, take them to the bank. Isama natin sila pag nagpupunta tayo sa bangko o kaya kahit ituro lang natin sa kanila yung bank pag nasa sasakyan at explain natin sa kanila kung paano tayo mag-withdraw at mag-deposit ng pera sa bangko. Nung mag-open kami ng bank account ni Macy sa BDO at sa Co-op, siya ang pinag-fill out namin ng application form. Pag nagde-deposit kami sa accounts niya, siya na din ang pinag-fill out namin ng deposit slip at siya din ang nag-aabot ng passbook niya sa teller. Hindi sapat na ituro lang natin sa kanila verbally ang tungkol sa pera. Maganda din kung makita at ma-experience nila firsthand ang actual process. Tip number 4, teach them how to earn money. Helping kids learn how to save, spend, and share their money is just as important as teaching them how to earn it. Pero paano nga ba ang tamang paraan ng pagtuturo sa mga bata kung paano kumita ng pera? I've never thought of compensating Macy for doing chores at home. May nakita kong post sa isang FB group kung paano nila tinuturuan ng kanilang mga anak sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng allowance o monetary rewards for doing chores. Kahit na di ako sang-ayon dito, tinry ko lang para malaman ko kung ano ang magiging effect nito kay Macy. Nung una, okay lang kasi excited siya tumulong sa chores kasi alam niyang may matatanggap siyang pera depende sa task. Pero kalaunan, napansin ko na pag inuutusan namin siya, gusto niya parating may bayad. This is when I realized na hindi ito yung gusto kong ituro sa kanya. I respect those who do this kasi iba-iba naman tayo ng perspective. Iba-iba tayo ng paraan sa pagpapalaki ng ating mga anak, diba? Pero para sa akin, gusto kong malaman ng anak ko na kaya siya tumutulong sa mga gawaing bahay dahil family kami and we help each other in the family. We are a team and I want to instill the values that hard work and helping other people isn't always tied to money. Ayokong isipin na kaya lang siya susunod sa akin dahil binabayaran ko siya. Instead, I want her to help at home because it's the right thing to do. And I also believe that this is a good training for her para paglaki niya, alam niya kung paano gumawa ng mga gawaing bahay at hindi lang siya parating aasa sa ibang tao. Tinuruan ko siya kung paano mag-business. Nagpaturo siya kung paano gumawa ng sandwich at binibenta niya sa mga kasama namin sa bahay. Malaking tulong din itong Super Tycoon book na binabasa namin since she was 4 years old kasi ang dami niyang natutunan about money and business. Tip number 5, teach them how to set and achieve goals. Early this year, sinabi sa amin ni Macy na gusto niyang magkaroon ng pink scooter. Kaya humanap siya ng picture ng scooter sa internet, nilagyan niya ng pangalan, yung target amount at date, at kung bakit gusto niya ng pink scooter. Gumawa din siya ng tracker sa Canva para sa ipon niya at yung mga kinikita niya sa pagbebenta ng kung ano-ano, nililista niya sa tracker at nilalagay sa loob ng plastic jar. Actually, pwede naman namin siya bilhan ng scooter kagad, pero instead of giving in to her request, tinuruan namin siya mag-ipon para matutunan niya ang value ng delayed gratification. Natuto siyang mag-antay at umisip ng mga paraan kung paano niya ito ma-achieve. Lumabas yung pagiging creative and resourceful niya. Nagugulat na nga lang kami kung ano-anong business na lang ang naiisip niya. After 8 months of waiting, working, and praying, nabili niya na ang dream pink scooter niya. Sobrang saya niya dito nung una niyang magamit yung pink scooter niya at mas lalo pa siya na-inspire na mag-ipon para sa ibang goals niya. Yung naipon niya ng 1,990, she gave 10% of that para sa tithe dahil tinuturuan din namin siya about the value of tithing, 1,440 para sa scooter at yung sobrang 391 pesos dineposit namin sa account niya for additional savings. Tip number 6, teach them about proper budgeting. Starting last year, tinuruan ko na din si Macy kung paano mag-budget ng pera in a way na maiintindihan niya. For example, kung binigyan ko siya ng 10 pesos para sa isang task na pinagawa ko sa kanya, 10% mapupunta sa tithes, 20% sa investment, 70% for spending or short-term savings. Yung mga anak natin na 6-7 years old na ngayon, they are never too young to start learning about money including budgeting. Kailangan lang natin maglaan ng oras na turuan sila. Tip number 7, teach them the basics of financial planning. So ganito ko in-explain sa kanya. Si Mommy at Daddy nagwo-work to earn money to buy our needs like food and clothes, to pay the bills, to afford some wants, and to save and invest some for Macy's education, for our dream house, and for Mom and Dad's retirement. Pero paano kung si Daddy o si Mommy o si Macy nagkasakit? Baka maubos ang savings natin pampa-ospital. Paano kung may nangyari kay Daddy o kay Mommy? Baka di na makapag-aral si Macy o di na natin mabili yung dream house natin. O baka si Mommy at si Daddy umaasa na lang kay Macy. That's why it's important that while Mommy and Daddy are earning, saving, and investing money, we should also have health and life insurance to protect our family and to protect our income and investments. Tip number 8, let them read books on personal finance. When Macy was 1 year old, I bought this book, The Retelling of the Richest Man in Babylon by Rose Fres Fausto, who's also known as the FQ Mom. Binabasa ko na to sa kanya since she was 1 year old. Nung matuto na siyang magbasa, siya na ang nagbabasa nito paulit-ulit and recently, nagpabili na siya ng original copy ng The Richest Man in Babylon. This is also the book where she first learned the important laws of money, including pay yourself first, get only into a business you understand and seek advice from competent people, and make your money work for you. Paborito niya ding basahin itong Super Tycoon book ni Aya Sadiwa. At higit sa lahat, the best book talaga ay ang Bible. Punong-puno ito ng lessons about money at talagang maraming matututunan ng ating mga anak sa pagbabasa ng Bible, lalo na about financial stewardship. And lastly, but definitely not the least, tip number 9, lead by example. Children learn by example, so the best way to teach them about saving money is to save money ourselves. Let's show them how we budget and spend our money the right way. Let's involve them in our financial discussions that are appropriate to their age. Sabi nga sa Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Sana makatulong sa inyo itong aking 9 tips on how to teach kids about money at sana maituro nyo din sa inyong mga anak o pamangkin. For more budgeting tips and resources, check out the links on the screen. Thank you for watching and happy budgeting!